I think the thing about having a writer director is that, particularly on set, you can trust his instincts to be good. You know, he's not going to put in stupid things that at the last moment, he's not going to say, well, we don't need that 5 lines because we're in a rush. So I just love the fact that he knew the script better than I did.
Richard, sir, you are a legend. You've written so many classic films like Four Weddings and a Funeral, Love Actually, and Notting Hill. But this is one of the ones that was back in 1991, a made-for-TV film called The Genie and Bernard. Why was now the right time to revisit this film?
Can I say I'm a great fan of Screen Rant too? So,
thank you, Richard.
Compliments back at you. Life's not easy for a lot of people now. So if I could do an extra bit of magic, that I did feel this was a good year to be cheerful. But you know, I wrote the original film when I was a sad singleton. And I've always thought it would have been lovely to do the family version of it, where a guy loses his family and then he has to get his wife and kid back. So it was that inspiration. And then I wanted to take the advantage to make a movie before I die set in New York City.
Oh,
and
that's
this
incredible.
is a definitive New York City. Otherwise, everything I've done is set, you know, in West London.
Now, originally, the Genie was a male, but this film, it's gender swapped to Melissa McCarthy, who is brilliant as Flora. How did that decision add to the Genie?
One, it was great for me to change that, you know, and if ever I get the opportunity, I've made far too many films with Hugh Grant to actually get a leading lady. I like that. But it's a film about friendship and a film about family. And I really love the idea of a friendship between a 30-year-old guy and a however old Melissa is woman. You know, it seemed to me like quite an unusual pairing, you know, rather than just two guys who are 40 who go away on a road trip. So I love the friendship angle, and I love writing for women when I can.
Yeah, I totally agree. This film is more than just a person wishing for wishes from a genie. It's definitely about that friendship between Flora and Bernard, which is fantastic throughout the film. Also, the chemistry between Papa Essadou and Melissa McCarthy is brilliant. Can you talk about how their chemistry added to this film?
They're both, I think, I mean, I hate to say it, I think they're both fundamentally very sweet people. And I think it's sometimes hard to pretend that. But also, I think that, you know, they do come from very different traditions. Papa was the greatest Hamlet of his generation. Right. He's a great theater actor here. And Melissa, one of the great, you know, movie comedy actresses of all time. So they did start slightly at opposite ends of the spectrum, which is what I wanted it to be, you know, as far apart as a man and a genie. And, you know, from the moment they got together, they just got on so well. And in fact, a lot of the movie was about holding it back, saying to them, sure, you're not good friends. You're not good friends yet. Wait, now you're good friends. Right. So it was a lot of fun.
This film also has Alan Cumming in it, who played Bernard way back in 91. What did it mean for the both of you to reunite on this project?
Oh, I just adore Alan. He was so sweet in the original. And I've gone on seeing, I've dropped a lot of people. I've never seen most of the people in my movies, but I've kept on seeing Alan. And it was lovely because in the original, he played the nicest man in the world. Yep. And in this one, he plays the nastiest man in the world. So I was trying to stretch his acting range.
Sam Boyd directed this film. He did a phenomenal job with this. Can you talk to me about working with him as a collaborator and also with him as a writer and how that helped kind of bring this version of Genie to life?
You know, the great thing, I'm so fussy about directors these days. And actually, in the end, I got to the point where I said, well, if we can't get Sam to direct it, I'm not sure we'll make it, you know, because I really loved Love Life, you know, both series of that so much. And I think the thing about having a writer director is that, particularly on set, you can trust his instincts to be good. You know, he's not going to put in stupid things that at the last moment, he's not going to say, well, we don't need that 5 lines because we're in a rush. So I just love the fact that he knew the script better than I did.
Absolutely. And Richard, I feel like this film is a new Christmas tradition for watching a watching experience, a new Christmas tradition that a lot of families are going to have. I have to ask, I know that you're a big fan of the holiday seasons. What is your favorite Christmas movie, with the exception of anything you've worked on?
I'll give you 3 very quickly. I love White Christmas. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas movie, and I love Elf. Those are my hero films.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of Elf in this film too, which I absolutely love. Look, yeah. Richard, It's been an absolute honor speaking with you. The film is fantastic. I thought it was so much fun throughout. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Really lovely to talk to you. Merry Christmas when it comes.
Merry Christmas. Take care, Richard.